Hi, my name is Colin Arsenault. I'm going to go over the 3 healing properties of Kangen water. And then after that I'm going to show a couple more experiments, one with chlorine and another one with cleaning vegetables. Alright, so I'm just going to get started. I'm going to pour some of these drinks out into the cups. This is called Club Soda by Canada Dry. It's basically, it's fizzy, so it's just like pop, but it's clear. That way we can do an experiment on it. Here's some Gatorade. This is what a lot of athletes drink and sports professionals. Now I'll go with some Aquafina water. I've had to drink that before. Here's one I used to drink. This is called Dasani water. It's especially popular in airports and on airplanes. This is just spring water. It's by selection. So it's probably a standard type of bottled water. I'm just going to test that as well. This is Ricochet water. It's made by redefining water in corporate. It's produced through electrolysis. So I'm going to test that as well. Very good. Okay. And this is Kangen water by Magic. Okay, so the first property that I'm going to show you is the antioxidant property of Kangen water. I'm going to test all of these liquids with this device called an oxidation reduction potentiometer. And it's going to measure either a positive or a negative charge in each of these fluids. If the charge is positive, that means that these fluids are oxidizing and they're aging. I'm looking for antioxidant. An antioxidant has a negative charge because of the electrons in it. So let me go ahead and put these in here. And what do I get with club soda?
304, 307, 310 and climbing.
Okay, so up to 310, which is positive. That means it's aging, so that's bad for us.
Gatorade 415, 417 and climbing.
Wow, so Gatorade's very, very oxidized. It's full of free radicals. This is Aquafina water. What do we get for that?
375 and climbing.
375.
380 and climbing, yeah.
Okay. This is Dasani water.
385, 380.
Okay.
Oh, 380. Yeah, 380.
388, and that's why
Yeah.
it's also very, very positive, which means it's oxidizing. This is the bottled water.
So 381, 376, around, yeah.
Wow, okay, very, very high as well. Here's Ricochet water.
345, 344.
Okay.
Yeah, around there.
This says it was produced by electrolysis. Normally when water is, then it has a negative charge because the electrolysis changes the ions positive and negative. It separates them. One of them is acidic, the other one's alkaline. But I'm getting here positive reading.
Yeah, positive 334.
Okay, positive 334. Okay, so that's probably either, maybe it was negative in the beginning, but it's been in the bottle for a very long time. So this water has become oxidized. This is Kangen water.
Negative 648, 655 and climbing.
Negative 656.
And 675, 677, still climbing.
Okay, so this is going down. So this is negative water. This water has a negative charge. This is the only water from all these types here that is able to enter into our body and eliminate free radicals and provide antioxidants to our body, which is what we all want because none of us want to continue to age. For the next property of Kangen water, I'm going to show you the pH value of it. I'm going to test all these drinks. I'm just going to put some drops in. These are pH testing drops, which a lot of people use to test the pH in their pools. And this is the pH chart. Anything can either be acidic or alkaline. If something is acidic, it's going to be yellow, and then green is neutral, and alkaline is blue and purple. The pH scale goes from 1 to 14, where 1 is very acidic, purple is very alkaline. Our body is slightly alkaline, and we want to put in alkaline water into our body to balance our pH, because so many things that we eat and drink are acidic. And no cancer can ever survive in an alkaline environment. It can only survive in an acidic environment. Think of acid as something that can eat something else away. And we don't want our bodies to be eaten away by acid. Alright, let's go ahead and put some drops into the club soda. Okay, let's take a look at that. That is yellow, which is over here, very acidic. So the club soda is very acidic. Let's go ahead and test some Gatorade. Gatorade, it looks like it's even more acidic than the club soda. Now, I wouldn't drink Gatorade because it's acidic and there's no antioxidants in it, so it's not really going to help us any, even though people pay a lot of money for it. Here is the Aquafina water, also acidic. Dasani water is acidic. Here's some bottled water, which is blue. It's a little alkaline, slightly alkaline. This water was probably enhanced through some inorganic minerals. It's mostly this tap water versus these ones. This is different because this one is basically tap water that's been filtered and put in a bottle, where this one is tap water that's been put through reverse osmosis, which strips out the minerals. When you take the minerals out, the water becomes acidic. So this water was probably taken from just ordinary tap water, which is usually alkaline. And sometimes they put some minerals in here. It says mineral salt content and fluoride. Those things are alkaline, which bring up the pH. Let's go ahead and test the Ricochet water. So the Ricochet water actually looks basically almost the same as the other water. And there's the pH scale. It's a little bit over 7. It's a little bit over maybe an 8. 7.5 to 8 pH. And here's Kangen water. Kangen water is the star of the show and is very alkaline, way over here. It's a pH of 9.5. So what happens if I take some Kangen water and drink that? What happens if my body's a little bit acidic and I want to balance my pH? Well, here's what happens. I take some Kangen water. Look, I was able to bring the pH up off the Ricochet water. Now how about some more bottled water? Again, I was able to balance that out pretty easily. Now I'm going to take some Dasani water. Added some Kangen water, it's become alkaline again. Here's Aquafina. Quite easily, I was able to change that. Here's Gatorade, and I'm getting nothing because Gatorade is too acidic. Here's club soda. Okay, I tried to change, but then it went back to acidic again. Because it's so acidic that the Kangen water can't do anything. Actually, you need 32 glasses of Kangen water just to neutralize 1 glass of pop. So if you are drinking Kangen water and you want your body to be alkaline and you have a balanced pH, you have to avoid pop because pop will upset your pH balance. What happens if I take a little bit of this club soda? It's already been diluted with Kangen water. I'm going to add a little bit to each one. Notice how it's turning them all acidic. There's only a small amount. Just like that. The next property I'm going to show you is the microclustering properties of Kangen water. Most water has molecule clusters of about 15 to 20 molecules that are clumped together, but Kangen water has clusters of about 5 to 6 molecules, so it's very more tinier, and it can actually penetrate our bodies much easier and hydrate us very quickly. In order to show that, I'm going to take some Stash green tea. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add some lukewarm Ricochet bottled water into the tea bag. What happens to when you make tea. Normally you have to heat up the water, and when you heat up the water it shrinks down the molecule clusters smaller so they can penetrate the tea bag. So here is the ricochet water. Okay, so we're not really getting tea because that's normal because the water's not heated up. So now I'm just going to go over here, take some Kangen water, add the Kangen water in. Notice we're getting instant tea. That's showing that the Kangen water is able to permeate the tea bag and much quicker, and it also shows that it would hydrate our cells very much quickly. So since the tea bag is wet already, I'll just put some ricochet water back in, and we're still not making tea. Now I'm going to go back to Kangen water. Again, instant tea all over again. So we're still able to get it. Here's one more thing I'm going to show. I'm just going to squeeze this tea bag. So I'm going to squeeze an equal amount into both cups. Just like that. Somewhere like that. Okay. Now I'm going to add the ricochet water to this cup. That's how it looks. And then I'm going to add Kangen water into this one. Notice how it's able to draw out the flavor from the few drops of tea that I put into the water. So this is just showing us how the Kangen water is going to be able to go into our body. It's going to be able to hydrate our cells very quickly. It's going to bring antioxidants into our cells to reduce aging, and it's going to balance our body's pH. And that is what makes Kangen water the optimum choice for drinking water. Now I'm going to experiment with the amount of chlorine that's in tap water. Okay, so this is tap water. I'm going to pour some there, pour some in here. In this cup I'm going to pour Kangen water. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just soak my finger in here for a few seconds. So cities always put chlorine in their tap water, and it's kind of a good thing because it kills bacteria and it makes the water potable, but the downside is that chlorine is not good for our health and it's not good for our skin either. And just by taking a shower in tap water, we end up absorbing almost about 5 to 8 cups of the tap water into our bodies just from having a shower, which is bringing a lot of chlorine into it. And I knew that's not really a good thing, so that's why I drink Kangen water, which removes chlorine from the water. And I also use the Anaspa, which is a type of shower unit produced by Enagic that removes chlorine from the water, and it also adds in some minerals to make you feel rejuvenated and refreshed by taking a shower. It's almost like going to a natural spa. Okay, so let's go test this tap water. 1, 2, 3, put about 4 or 5 drops. See how that's turned yellow? That's showing the amount of chlorine that's in the water. Okay, now here's the one that I had my fingers in. 4, 5 drops. See, there's no chlorine there. I'll add 3 more drops. There's none there. What's happened? Well, I've just absorbed that chlorine into my body that quick through my fingers. This is not something I enjoy doing, but I'm doing it to demonstrate how terrible the tap water is for chlorine content. We can remove the chlorine from tap water and make it better water. Now here is the Kangen water. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 drops. I'm stirring that around, I'm not getting any chlorine because it's been filtered out and removed. Now it's time to clean vegetables with Kangen water. So I have some Santolina grapes here. It says very sweet grape tomatoes, product of Mexico. What I'm going to do is clean these with Kangen water and clean them with the ricochet water. So I'll just put like 3 of each. That's enough. And now I'm going to add some Ricochet bottled water here. And then I'm going to add an Agix strong Kangen water. This is a pH of 11.5, so it's used to clean vegetables. And just to show what's going to be going on with these tomatoes, I have some sesame seed oil here. I'm going to do another experiment with this. Basic science says that water and oil do not mix, which we can see the water is separating from the oil. But if I take strong Kangen water of 11.5 pH, you can see the oil is immediately emulsified, which is why strong Kangen water can be used as a degreaser. So, okay, let's finish cleaning these tomatoes. Let's switch these a few times, then I'll switch to the Kangen ones. Okay, and now I'm just going to drain out the water, the Ricochet water. Then I'm going to drain out the water that I used to clean these tomatoes. And see, I've only used 3 tomatoes, but there's a noticeable difference in the color. Put a white background there too. So, there's a noticeable difference in both those colors. So with Kangen water, we've been able to take off pesticides, herbicides, and insecticides from the tomatoes, which are sprayed on with oil-based chemicals, so that way the rain doesn't wash them off. We were able to do that with the Kangen water 11.5 pH. And I never used to even like tomatoes that were washed in tap water. But the thing is, it wasn't the tomatoes I didn't like, it was what was on the tomatoes. So just to conclude, we have shown the 3 healing properties of Kangen water: that it is antioxidant, has a high pH value which makes it alkaline, and it's microclustered, so it's super hydrating for our body. I've also gone over the chlorine. I've shown that there's no chlorine in Kangen water, but there is chlorine in tap water, and that our bodies can absorb it very quickly. And finally, I've just cleaned some tomatoes with strong Kangen water, and I was able to remove the oil-based pesticides and herbicides off of them. And again, the best water to drink is Kangen water.